So today I'm going to be throwing in some transmission fluid and some transfer case fluid. So what you want to do is you're going to use this stuff right here. It is the Mitsubishi SAE 90 LSD gear oil. So I'm going to be putting that in first, and then we're going to be doing the good old cocktail over here, stuff made by Redline. You can buy that stuff on STM, or if you're lucky enough to have your auto parts store carry it, then you can just pick it up there. But right now I am going to start filling up the transfer case now. It's already drained, but I'm just going to tell you basically how to do it. There's a drain plug on the bottom, you just unscrew it and it falls out. Alright guys, so we're up underneath the car. That is the drain plug for the transfer case. You're just going to want to unscrew that, drain that out. That bolt is your fill bolt. So you're going to want to unscrew that. That's a 17 millimeter. Pop that off, and then I will show you how to get the fluid in there. It's super simple. You can do it with a hose and kind of run it up through the engine bay, or you can get like a little pump for it, and I'll show you the setup that I have. So I got the oil here, and what I'm going to do is I actually got one of these for my boat, and I am going to just attempt to use it as well for the car. You just unscrew the top, jam that sucker in there. If it'll thread, it might, but I think we're hitting the bottom there. I'm just going to try to like pump it and see if some fluid comes out, if it's actually going to work. Which I think, yep, there it is. Just kind of fill it up as much as you can until it starts coming out like a constant stream. Alright, so now what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to take the car out of gear and just try to rotate the axles a little bit. So I'm just trying to get that fluid in there, kind of moving around. It's starting to drip out a little bit, so I'm going to rotate the axle a little bit more. It's starting to feel better. I had this whole transfer case built for me, so I know it's like bone dry in there. But yeah, so I'm just going to try to rotate this just to get those gears in there moved around a little bit, and then try to put some more fluid in. And so what you want to see is just a steady stream of fluid coming out. See how it's just kind of dripping right there? We need to pump a little bit more in, and then wait till it's just steady stream, and then we'll seal it back up. Alright, so there we got that steady stream coming out. Put the bolt in here, and that's it. Just clean everything up. Alright guys, so now that we got the transfer case all done, we're going to move on over here to the ooh, sorry, I got distracted. Ooh, dang. Alright guys, so here is your drain bolt for the transmission. As soon as you get to the side of the car, you can see it, it's just underneath the trans. So pop that off, drain all the fluid out. Then right up here is the fill bolt. So you're just going to want to unscrew that. Then basically the same thing as the transfer case. How I filled this last time was I had a little tube that just went down there. It had like a little bend at the end. Jammed it in that hole and then filled it up. This time I'm going to use that same pumper. I kind of cleared it out from the transfer case, but I am going to fill it from the ground now instead of gravity fed. The way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to start with the MT90, then put in the Shockproof, and then try to fill up the rest of it with the other MT90. That way you get both of these in there for sure, and then just kind of top it off with that. Alright guys, so now I'm going to change the oil. Drain this bolt right here, bottom side of the oil pan, and pop off that oil filter as well, and then just fill it from the top side. That's basically it. Super easy to do. We'll get to it. Alright guys, so as that is finishing up now, I am going to show you what oil I'm using. It's the Rotella T6 15W40. It is basically for diesel engines. I heard that this was really good to run in here, so this is what I'm going with. Now before you install the new filter, what you are going to want to do is just kind of, you know, get your finger in the new oil here, go around lightly on the outside. This will just kind of help it seat better. You're also going to want to fill it up a little bit, so just dump some oil in there. Try not to get it everywhere, but then that way you're not like starting it with no oil in the filter. So yep, then we're just gonna kind of give this a quick wipe down. And then just toss this sucker on there. And you just have to be hand tight with this, so if you just give it like a couple little, you know, good twists, and you should be good to go. It's super slippery. Alright, so now we're going to put the drain plug back in. Remember to put your washer on, your little crush washer. Tighten her up and you should be good to go. Yeehaw! So now we're up here in the engine bay. We're going to pop off the fresh new oil cap that we got. Hopefully that'll not, you know, leak like crazy, because as you can see, like over the fuel rail and stuff, it's super dirty down here, you know, kind of got some oil leak, I believe. Anyways, anywhere between 4.2 and 5 is kind of like where you want to be at, but I'm just gonna dump a full one of these in here, then do a little bit of the second one and try to, you know, just use the dipstick and see, you know, how much needs to go in so I don't overfill it. So I'm going to attempt to do this one-handed, and I just spilt it, so that's sick. Where did that go? Right on the coil? Nice! Alright, so let's try that again. Drink up, baby. Alright, so there's the one, and then we're just going to put a little bit more of the second one in, and just keep checking the dipstick, and then that's it. That's all you got to do.